Let's be real. They were not gonna work. Anybody with two eyes can see that. I know love is blind, but I'm not blind.
Hey, and welcome to the Binge Box, where we share our thoughts on TV shows, friendships, relationships, and everything in between.
Join us as we binge on all the good stuff life has to offer. On today's episode, we're going to be reviewing Love is Blind UK, episodes 10 and 11. If you're new here, hit that follow button, hit that bell button.
All right, so we start off episode 10. Everybody's going to their bachelor and bachelorette party. Nothing really spectacular, nothing crazy. It was really cute. The girls had like a burlesque show or whatever. The guys went to play soccer. They had beer. Like, it was very chill, I would say.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy happened. And then Jasmine had a really cute moment, in my opinion, where she just calls Bobby, tells him how much she loves him. And then she's like jokingly telling him that they have strippers and all that, trying to make him a little bit jealous.
I don't think it was that cute and sweet. I feel like she was calling she mentioned strippers to see if the guys had strippers. And I feel like that was rooted in insecurities. I also feel like the phone call was a bit intrusive because I just do feel like when somebody goes out, if your partner kind of calls you like, hey, I was just thinking about you, it's more so like, let me hear what's going on in the background. Let me see if I hear anything.
What's insecure about like wanting to tell your partner that you love them?
But the insecure part is I don't think the phone call is to say I love you. Then the phone call is the I love you is just the coy. I called to tell you I love you, but I'm low-key trying to see what's going on in the background.
I feel like you're reading into it.
Maybe I am.
It wasn't that.
But I just it's just saying I got strippers was because she wanted to be like, yeah, I got strippers too. You got what?
She was just like, I could be a stripper tonight.
Yeah, because he said it. But Bobby clocked it. That's why he was like, we don't got no strippers here, babe. Because he knows
I think she was fishing.
He knows his woman well enough to know that his response needed to be, "There's no strippers here, babe," and that gave her ease. I give Bobby a lot of credit. Bobby knows his woman well enough to know how to put her mind at ease.
How do you know his woman?
How do I know his woman?
You're assuming that this is her.
Me and Jasmine go. Wait, I dated Jasmine. That's why you think she's in the pods now? Because of me.
Wow. So but you traumatized.
Clearly, I traumatized her and her mom's. But I think that's what the phone call is rooted in, and I won't hear anything else.
Whatever you say.
Calling your man at his bachelor party? For what?
Why not? Hey babe, I love you. I'm thinking about you.
You're gonna call your partner at their bachelor party?
Yeah, remember me.
That's toxic. They remember me at the bachelor party. We get married in the morning.
It's not.
We getting married in the morning.
Getting married in the morning.
Okay, they getting married in a couple days. I'm gonna see you in a day.
Couple days.
Okay, you will see no one else call their partner. Jasmine's the cutest out of all of them, right? Because she called her partner.
You don't have to be like everybody else. They their own individual.
Would you call your partner?
I'm not, but that's not.
Why aren't you calling your partner?
But I'm a different type of person. I'm not a clingy, lovey-dovey, call me every second type of person. Everybody's different. They might have that relationship or that dynamic where they call each other all the time and like express their love for each other.
But I do feel like clingy call me all the time. When they call you when they go out, it's usually a underlying meaning behind it.
I guess. I think you're thinking too much about it.
Alright.
Anyway, so then we have Sabrina. She has a really sweet moment. She starts crying and she gets a little bit overwhelmed because she's so happy with Steven.
Mom and dad
For real. Like, they really at the tip of the top.
Yeah, they're the golden couple.
Issues, so it's really cute.
Yeah, they're great.
She also seems very stoic sometimes, so it was nice to see her like emotional a little bit because it's like, oh, you do have feelings.
You're not a robot.
Okay. And then we have Demi mentioning like not interacting with Ollie a little bit. I feel like she was trying to test him, which is weird because I'm like, if you're trying to marry this man, why do you feel like you need to be testing him right now? I don't know. Hey.
Yeah.
To each their own, but a little bit of a red flag. She also talks about her parents and wanting to follow in their footsteps in regards to like the marriage. And that's one thing I feel like people need to stop doing is just putting other people on a pedestal and expecting to just follow through with exactly what they do. We have to understand that we're all individual people. We all have our own journeys. We all have our own experiences. And as individuals, we should expect to be different from everybody else. Even if there are a couple that you idolize, you don't have to be like them. You shouldn't want to be like them. You can look up to them. But to be like, I want to follow in their footsteps, yeah. You got to pave your own path, babes.
Yeah, I agree. Because when you don't know what work they put into their relationship, you don't know what they're hiding in their relationship, what skeletons are in their closet. You're trying to be like the golden couple. And a lot of times that golden couple, he cheating, she cheating, this, that. You just don't ever know. So at the end of the day, the best you could do is try to be the best version of y'all.
Literally.
Another thing that Ali did mention that I kind of was like, it seems like you're trying to get it out. Ali was worried about them not being together long enough to go get married, and I'm just like, you know the show.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, the show is a 6-week period. You're gonna get married at the end of 6 weeks. If you feel like 6 weeks isn't long enough to marry somebody, do not fill out the paperwork for Love Is Blind.
Ali's an overthinker, and that's the hardest part. And I know how it feels to be an overthinker and like question everything that you're doing, which is why I don't understand why he went on the show in the first place. Because if you know that you overthink things so much to the point where you almost destabilize yourself, why
don't put yourself in that type
force yourself to be in that situation? Because now you're putting somebody else at risk. Because she's already catching feelings. She's already in love with you. Like, you really don't know what could come of it. So
I mean, I'm an overthinker too, but I do feel like as an overthinker, if you're gonna put yourself in situations that require overthinking, you need to turn that switch off. It's
literally, you have to just do it.
Either you got to be all in or all out. It don't make no sense to go in a half-assed.
Right.
Because you're just gonna cause your brain to go crazy.
Literally.
So pick one. Either I'm not going and I'm gonna stay in my black ass home, or I'm gonna go and I'm gonna give maximum. I'm gonna give maximum effort.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna go and give 80 or 70 or even 99, don't go.
That.
Because you're gonna end up hurting yourself and hurting another person in the process, and that's not fair to them. Because the other people that sign up are giving 100 and they're there for 100. So I just felt that was an out, in my opinion, from Ali.
Low key, I feel like yeah, it could be. It could very well be, but I don't necessarily think so. I just think he's in the space of like, I just think he's in the space of like, we didn't get to experiment. I mean, we didn't get to experience the things that we would normally experience on the outside. So now I have to look at this in a new way. Things that he would naturally overthink because he's been in the experience in real life is different from being in this experiment in itself. So that adds an extra added layer to it that he's just like, don't know what to do. But it also brought me back to the idea of being like a slow burner or like a love bomber. I don't know for sure what he is, but I feel like he's definitely giving slow burner for sure. And I just want to know, like, what do you think you are in that regard in relationships?
I think I'm a nice, sweet combination of both. I think I'm a slow bomber.
A slow bomber?
Or a love burner.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I'm a combination of both. I mean, because I feel like I have the tendency to do both. Also, I do feel like it depends on the situation, depends on the person. Different people bring different things out of you, and for me personally. So I definitely feel like it depends on it. Because I've dated people where it's like, yeah, I want to see you every day, and I have no problem seeing you every day. And I've dated other people, and it's just like, maybe we can see each other every couple of days. And I might still have feelings for both of them.
Every week.
Yeah, it just depends.
Every year.
It depends, because some people bring certain stuff out of you. Mm-hmm. Some people, you could be around them, and it's like, yo, I'm not tired of them. Like, wow, I'm surprised. And then I'm around other people, and it's like, yo, 2 minutes for like 2 minutes is like, yo, send me home. I feel like I'm in class right now.
Work the double shift.
Yeah, so I feel like it all depends. I feel like I'm at a sweet spot now.
Okay.
How about you?
For me, I would definitely say I'm more of a slow burner. I'm not into the feeling things type of thing, like right out the gate. But I do appreciate a little bit of love bombing from my whoever is interested in me, because it's just like, yeah, I want to know that you're actually interested, and I don't really take hints easily, so it's more so like, if I get a little love bombing, it's like, obviously, duh. But yeah, that's just me personally. Why?
Because you be clueless.
I be lost in the stuff. I be living, honestly. That's really what it is. If you're not gonna say it with your chest, it don't really exist. That's That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, okay.
So Tom starts to talk with Freddie for a little bit, and he's kind of just letting him know he feels like the guys are kind of delusional. They're not being realistic at all. He feels like they're all in their feelings, and they're not realizing that this is a serious decision to make. And Freddie is kind of like, I'm on the same page.
Tom tried to rally up the Leave Your Fiance group. He tried to turn the bachelor party to a real bachelor party. Like, we were about to all be bachelors when we leave here.
Yes. He was trying to be outside and not in the best way.
He don't need to be with Maria. He don't want to be with Maria.
I don't think he wants to be with anybody.
No, I think he wants to be with somebody.
No, I think he wants to settle down because he feels like it's time to settle down and he should settle down. But I feel like he's the type of person where he would be completely fine by himself if...
I think he wants a partnership with somebody. And partnership meaning like we're equal partners. A lot of times, how I look at relationships and marriages, y'all are equal partners, but some days you might be at 80 and I might be at 20 and I'm supposed to be there to fill up your cup. Some days you might be at 0 and I'm at 100. Some days we're at 50-50. It all depends. Tom's type of dude, he wants a partnership. We 50-50 no matter what. I don't care if you're at 20. I'm bringing my 50. You better find your 50. Yeah.
No, that's the difference. That's not a partnership. And that's why I feel like he doesn't want
a partnership is like a business partnership. I'm gonna bring my 50 at the end of the day. If we're business partners, I'm bringing my 50. You better bring it. You better find your 50 and bring it. Because I did my job. He's one of those type of dudes. I'm not doing none of your work. I did my job. Here, I'm handing in my paper. I did my job. Give me my A.
But that's not how a healthy relationship works.
I agree. Tom's not a healthy relationship kind of guy.
With that's why I feel like he just needs to be by himself. Because if you're going to be like, oh, I'm showing up where I need to show up, and you're not trying to think of what your partner needs, you have no room to like give them space, give them grace, give them time and opportunity to like grow and develop and be in their own like... Yeah. You never know.
I agree for sure.
Yeah. But you know how I feel about Tom. So there's that. So after the bachelorette parties, everybody goes back home and they're all packing up to kind of leave and separate, give themselves a debrief, I guess, before the wedding and actually like decide what they're going to do. And then we have the first couple to come up to get married, and that is Sabrina and Steven, mom and dad. Obviously, they're number one. They're going to get married. We already know how Love is Blind goes. If they're the first ones, it's a definite yes. Like, there's no question about it. We already knew they were riding for each other, so.
Facts.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing about them, I just feel like they just never really came to a conclusive agreement about where they're going to live. I feel like I heard Steven say one thing. I heard Sabrina say another thing. Then I heard them say another thing. I'm just like, I like y'all a lot. Y'all are my new parents. Mm-hmm. I just want to know where we are going to be living as a family. It seems like y'all haven't decided that. And
your kid needs a home.
Absolutely.
No, but I didn't feel like that was really a bad thing because I feel like Sabrina's a lot more flexible. She's open to moving and traveling, and that allots them some time to really be like, yeah, we could be here for now, but eventually we're gonna figure this out. Eventually, as we, experience a relationship, see how we interact with one another, how we like maybe wherever Steven is at, then we could decide if this is where we want to stay or if we want to move somewhere else, whatever. Like, they have time for that, but she's still open to like moving around, so it's cool.
I hope so. I just hope it doesn't cause a problem in the long run, because it's always a slight possibility when you don't decide on something. Yeah, kind of. I don't know. But fingers crossed for them, because I don't want to break up my happy family.
Wishing them the best always. I did not like Sabrina's dress, honestly, but I felt like Steven looked really great, as he normally does. They go down the aisle, they say yes, of course, and then they have a really sweet moment after, and it was something so tiny, but it stuck out to me, where they were talking privately after all their pictures, and they're like, I love you, and I appreciate you. And I feel like that was a moment that, like, stuck out to me, because a lot of people don't emphasize how much they appreciate people. It's more so like, I love you, I care about you, I'm grateful for you, da-da-da. But, like, I appreciate you as a person, who you are at your core. Yeah, that was really sweet to me.
I appreciate you, who you are.
Please.
As a person.
Please. Wrap it up.
At your core.
Wrap it up.
I really do.
All right. All right. We have couple number 2, Tom and Maria.
Throw them in the bin.
They were just, not they. Tom is exhausting to me.
I think they both exhausted.
He's still unsure. But on the wedding day, he's still like, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I really don't know how I feel. I know we have a lot of disagreements on how we should show up in this partnership, and I don't know if that's going to last. And Maria's like, I'm just gonna look at everything with my rose-colored glasses and think that it's great and perfect and fine and dandy, and we can work through all these things.
I think that's both. I think it's bad from both of their parts. Because I feel like Marie being delusional. You're literally with a man that's telling you that he can't give you what you want.
That.
And I mean, I feel like Tom's more right in the situation than her, actually, because Tom is at least being more realistic. He's being realistic to see it and say, hey,
but this is true to himself.
Yeah, he knows what he wants, and he realized Maria can't offer that to him, and he's willing to walk away for it. Maria's just like, I know Tom can give me what I want, but Tom is cool, so I'm gonna stick with Tom. Like that don't make any sense because she wants a man to be a provider. Tom don't want to be. Tom wants to provide for himself.
Right.
You provide for yourself.
Yeah. And y'all just live together.
Yeah.
And procreate.
So it's not gonna work like that.
Right. Yeah, Maria is just kind of lost in the sauce. Even with her like vows, when she actually started talking about it, she has a moment where she's like, he lets me be 100% myself without judgment. And I'm just like, are we watching the same show? Like, did you not experience him judging you?
Love
like
is,
for a hot minute.
She was blind because love is blind.
But love was clearly blind. But yeah, I feel like she just kind of goes back to the I was chosen, and
over Tasha.
She's just gonna she's just gonna go with it and be happy with it just because she was chosen. Unfortunately, hate that for her though. But yeah, so they decide to go down the aisle, and Maria says yes. Tom says no, and he doesn't just say no. He says not ever.
He didn't say that.
He didn't say that, but it definitely gave like, I'm not interested in making anything else happen. Like we're shut down here. Like
it makes sense though.
The deed is done.
That's her mindset, and his mindset is different. It doesn't make any sense to try to continue to work through it.
Yeah,
the problems that they have are not compromisable problems.
I agree.
It's who they are at their core.
Right.
So I'm actually happy that he's like, yo, I don't want to work on this.
Yeah.
It makes way more sense than him to come string her along and they try to convince each other that this can work. Because at the end of the day, when you bring children and all that type of stuff into it, it's just going to get worse.
1,000%.
So kudos to Tom for actually making the executive decision.
Big boy decision.
Yeah, and walking away.
I think after this, he's probably going to go back to Tosh. If they don't end up in a relationship, they're at least going to date. Like he's gonna spend
a block on that. Yeah.
He wanted all parts. So
he should. He could probably take that down if you want it. So have fun, bro.
Let's see. Hopefully we'll see
at the reunion.
An update at the reunion about that. Next couple up we have Demi and Ali. Demi still mentioning like her unsureness of it all, not feeling completely reassured by Ali in the time of their separation, kind of just like, I really don't know what to expect right now.
Yeah, she was feeling anxious because they didn't speak for the 3 days that they weren't together. And I'm just trying to figure out if Demi's dragging it or not. I do wonder if not speaking means he didn't speak to me enough or he didn't speak to me at all.
Yeah.
Because I would be thoroughly shocked if Ali didn't send her a good morning text or a phone call.
Like nothing at all.
Like, I would need to see proof of her messages in her call log to show the last message or anything from Ali was 3 days ago. Because I find it hard to believe. Yeah. And she just might need a little bit more clingy. She might need a little bit of, I know we're not going to be together for 3 days, but I thought we was going to FaceTime for 3 days straight. Yeah. She wanted to be one of those, we're going to fall asleep on the phone every night. Yeah. And, like, not everybody wants to do that. Like, it's cool once in a while with certain people. Like, there's a lot of men out there that I can fall asleep on the phone with you on Monday, but probably not on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Maybe on Friday if we're lucky. But 7 days a week, it's a lot.
Let's relax.
Yeah.
Calm down. Take a minute, take a second, take a breather. Get yourself together. But yeah, I definitely feel like that's probably the case. But we already knew, like, she's a hopeless romantic. He's the complete opposite. He wasn't going to give her
fairy tale.
All the attention that she really needs.
Yeah.
And that's for her to decide, like, yeah, I want to deal with this, or no, I don't want to deal with this.
For sure.
So yeah, right before they walked down the aisle, Ali had a really sweet moment with Aaron, one of the pod squad, where he was just kind of like reassuring him, telling him he needs to stop overthinking and just like be in the moment, trust the process, do what he got to do, go with his heart, that type of thing. It was really cute, and I honestly wish Aaron kind of got a little bit more TV time. Like they didn't give him the screen time that he deserves because he seems so well-rounded and so like smart and very like reassuring, very helpful. He definitely gives like the therapist friend. So yeah, he needed a little bit more time. I don't know why they didn't show him interacting with the girls and stuff. But
that was my gripe with the show. I just feel like Netflix Love is Blind does this all the time. Like I've watched it so many times where I've seen so many beautiful black women, black men that are in the living quarters with the guys and the girls, and you only see them as background characters. Literally. They're always a support friend.
Like they don't talk.
At the end of the day, they all date one another. Show me their stories. Mm-hmm. They don't have to make it to the altar. They don't even have to get engaged. Right. Show me him chatting up a girl. At least something, because he seemed like a cool dude. Same goes for the beautiful black girls that I've seen. Charlotte, there's another girl. Like, show me them. Yeah. I want to see their stories as well. Right. Netflix, I gotta do better. Love is Blind, do better.
Show us the full story. Y'all cut out all these parts and put foolishness. Facts. Foolishness. Anyway, so they walk down the aisle. They have a little moment, and it cuts with a cliffhanger, and we're not sure what Demi's gonna say. So now we get to episode 11. Demi chooses to say no. She says not right now, actually, and that she's interested in like pursuing the relationship, but she don't think Ali's ready to be a husband to her.
Yeah. That shocked me. I was convinced that she was gonna say yes, and Ali was gonna be like, "Nah, bro."
Yeah.
I was thoroughly shocked, but I think it's the right decision. I don't think they're a good match just because I think she needs more reassurance and more cuddles from whoever she's with, and just Ali's not that type of dude.
I think there's something also to consider is that he is neurodivergent, and sometimes the social cues ain't social cueing, and they might not pick up on certain things that need to be done, even if they feel a desire to do it. It might not come naturally or like, you know, in the right moments that it needs to be done. So the reassurance and the constant like clinginess and attachment that Jasmine was looking for, he might have it inside of him. Oh, Demi, sorry. Mm-hmm. That Demi might be looking for. Ali might have it inside of him, but he's not able to show it as she needs it or in those specific moments. Ali said he was sad and happy at the same time. He understood it, and they were both on the same page. And yeah, it was no hard feelings. It seems like they're still going to try to work the relationship out and figure things out.
Maybe. I'm not too sure, though.
You don't trust that?
Nah, I do feel like a lot of times when people get stood up at the altar in these shows, it's like, you embarrass me. I don't want to date you no more. I feel like that happens, too. But I do feel like Ali handled getting stood up at the altar with a lot of grace and a lot of class. Mm-hmm. He gave thanks to her family for being there, but his family, it was just like, yo, I'm sorry, like this didn't work out, but I really appreciate y'all for showing up for us. Right. They might date 1 or 2 dates, but I think it's gonna fizzle out. I don't think
I feel like they were a cute couple. It's more so like they just really have to put the groundwork behind it if they really want it to work out.
I just feel like when Ali leaves, she's gonna die. That's how I feel. Ali
is crazy.
Die is a drag in it, but I do feel like Ali's more like. I feel like they both have an outside social life, but I feel like Demi's gonna have her social life and do her thing. But when Ali wants to have his social life, I feel like her insecurities are gonna overwhelm him.
Maybe
because like them not talking for a couple of days it was a big thing to her, and like if they're not living together, you might not talk for a full day, some time. Mm-hmm. Or not as much as she wants. And that might be a problem. And Ali's not going to feel like it's a problem, obviously. So I just feel like when you're with a partner, it got to be a partner that wants to do the things that you want and likes the things that you want, especially when it comes to communication. Mm-hmm. And I've always felt like they don't have great communication anyways.
Yeah, they definitely need to work on that. But hey, who knows? Who knows what could happen? She also mentioned like he kind of helped her build her confidence, which was like a low-key backhanded compliment. And I'm just like, girl, if you don't feel secure with this man, just say that. That's fine. But don't pretend like you want to make it work if he's making you feel insecure, which I don't necessarily feel like he is. But if that's what she's feeling, I can't tell her experience, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, after them, we have Bobby and Jasmine. They love each other. Already expecting them to like both say yes. They're madly in love with each other, and I feel like they're a very good fit for each other. The only real issue was Jasmine's mom interfering. I just don't understand why you would make your daughter cry for hours on end the day before her wedding. Who knows what this lady is thinking, but she gets very much selfish, very much jealous, feeling the type of way that her daughter is getting married and she is not married after the 2 times that she tried. But yeah, I don't like her mom's energy.
Yeah, mom's be doing a lot. She just, I feel like they're locked in way too much. Their relationship is dangerous, in my opinion. I feel like there's no boundaries between them. I feel like the mom feels like this is her wedding as well, which is not healthy.
They're enmeshed.
Yeah, it's just not healthy at all. And I feel like, I hope Bobby knows what he has coming. Cause
Bobby has a lot of work cut out for him.
Yeah,
but he seems like he's down for it. Like he's willing to fight for Jasmine.
Absolutely, but that's a lot to deal with. Because it's gonna become very frustrating. But then you have to still have the respect. Cause that's still your wife's mother.
Right.
Because with a friend, you could be a little bit more like, yo, get her out of here. You can do that with a mother, but you want to show that respect. Yeah,
of course.
So,
because there's always going to be that at the bottom line, and she's always going to like love her mom. It's never going to be like
that. Exactly.
Yeah, you can talk about
it's never going to be an ultimatum like either me or your mom. She's going to pick her mom.
Right.
So that's where it makes it become far more difficult. Yeah. So,
I think he got it though. He's very reassuring. He's very nurturing and caring. He shows up and like does what he needs to do. He seems like a provider and like the type of man where it's like she don't got to worry about anything. Like he's gonna do what he needs to do, and she just got to sit down and be pretty. And yeah, like once she gets more comfortable with him, I feel like she'll build that barrier and be able to set boundaries a little bit better with her mom. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But again, you never know with these therapists.
Oh, I forgot she's a therapist. Fingers crossed for real.
Yeah. So they go down the aisle. Like I said, they love each other. Obviously, they say yes. So that was a very sweet moment. Their vows were the only vows that I feel like I actually kind of paid attention to. Bobby was just so sweet and like attentive with his words, very direct and like uplifting to Jasmine. I feel like he really spoke to her and who she is as a person and like emphasized how much he appreciates her, which was really cute. And then Jasmine vows, those are really sweet as well. She kind of just talks about how finding love was a little bit harder for her, or like not expecting to find love based on who she is and people not like fully accepting her for who she is, which resonated with me a little bit. I feel like when you're a guarded woman, it's kind of hard to feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna find love. I'm gonna find somebody that like is gonna fully appreciate and accept me for me and not try to like break me down and make me shrivel up, I guess, and be fearful of being your true self.
Yeah, no, their vows are beautiful. I actually like both of their vows. It gave me a lot of inspiration of what I would want my vows to be one day. So
already,
I was just like, yo, that's dope. Like, and Bobby is a really good dude for her because I do feel like she's guarded and she like has her walls up. And as a man, when you're trying to court or even try to be with a woman that has a lot of walls up, it takes a lot of perseverance to actually get through to them, because just they've been through a lot. But when you do get through to them, you're able to see like a beautiful love like what you're seeing with them. So I wish them all the best. I hope mom gets a house that's like 3 hours away. Hopefully she's not in a neighborhood, because I'm not gonna lie, if she live in a neighborhood
right next door,
that's gonna get real bad, because you're gonna come home from work and she's gonna be in your kitchen.
She would probably still do that 3 hours away. She gives.
That's a lot though. I can't handle that. Like, you need it to be where I want to go visit my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
She gives like she might move in.
She's
and
living with them.
That'll be the reason why their marriage will end.
Oh, don't say that.
Think about it,
Don't
though.
speak negatively of them.
That marriages end because of stuff like that.
It does.
In-laws play a big factor into divorce, so.
But I'm praying.
Hopefully they're smart enough to avoid that.
Right.
Hopefully.
Next up we have Nicole and Benaya. Not really spectacular, nothing special, unfortunately.
I slept during this part.
There's apprehensions, obviously. Nicole choosing somebody else, and Benaya being a nomad. Genuine concerns, I would say, but nothing spectacular, to say the least. They did have a moment where Nicole kind of mentions that Benaya talks about divorce, and that made her wary because obviously she's had a marriage and a divorce before, and she just didn't know where his mind was at with it, if he was still sure about her or whatever. And I feel like she's the kind of girl, like just listening to her, where she actually loves love momming, even if it's in the most toxic, unhealthiest way. Like she just wants to know, oh, I'm so in love with you. Oh, I want to be with you. Let's get married right now.
Why do you think she picks him?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's all she wants. She just wants somebody to do the most.
Yeah.
That's why she picks him.
Not actually.
Yeah. She don't really care if it's real or not. She just wants that attention.
The illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very unfortunate.
I'm sorry. I don't care about them. I don't.
Damn.
You a second draft pick.
That's
at the end of the day, Benaya.
Yeah, but sometimes that comes out on top. You never know.
She sent you home, bro. At the end of the day.
And then she realized she made a mistake. We don't make mistakes. We're human. So yeah, they are apprehensive. Walk down the aisle, and obviously they both say yes. That was kind of expected. Even if you're saying like I'm not sure, they both give. I don't want to say people pleaser, but
I get him 6 months.
6 months.
6 months max. 6 months maximum.
Jeez.
Half a year.
That's kind of rough.
It's the truth.
I feel like it could work if they're both like adamant about making it work.
I don't think they both are adamant about making it work.
They got to get there.
Yeah, they got 6.
They have intimate time.
6 months.
The 6 months could mean like, wow.
I'll throw $100 on the table right now.
$100.
6 months.
That's it. That's the cap. 6
months.
All right. Bet.
Say no more.
6 months. All right. So after Nicole and Benaya, we have Catherine and Freddie, Mrs. Toxic.
Toxic Queen.
Freddie, he went into it kind of just saying like he's sure about her. They have so much similarities and like shared experiences and interests, and he's just ready to marry her. And the odd thing about Catherine is she was just saying like she has all these butterflies, all these nice things, good signs, good gestures, but then she's also like, I forgot verbatim what she said, but it's more so like she wants to celebrate. Like, it's more so like she just wants the wedding for the wedding and not for the marriage.
She wants the vibes. Yeah. That's why she's toxic. I don't think she even cares about Freddie. It's just like, she just seems like a ditzy. I said this episode 1. Mm-hmm. She just seems like a ditzy girl. She just want a wedding so she can take some pictures and post on IG.
And just say that
I got married today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Very toxic.
Toxic queen.
Very toxic. They also just are so very different.
Yep.
Like Freddie's sister said, even though I did not like that she pulled him aside on the wedding day to have this conversation with him, because place and time, man, this was not the right moment for you to do that. But I do agree with what she said. They're very different. They don't have the same ideologies. They don't show up in the same ways. And that, although sometimes opposites do attract, I feel like there has to be some commonalities in a relationship for it to actually work.
Yeah, I need to have a neutral ground where I can always, a home base where I can come to.
Right.
I feel like the best relationships are when you do have a lot of stuff in common, but you have the different things that make y'all two separate individuals.
Right.
I feel like they're two separate individuals trying to tell each other that they have stuff in common.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Freddie's a homebody. Catherine likes to do whatever, and Freddie's trying to move like he likes to do whatever and be outside, and Catherine trying to convince him like she's a homebody. When none of y'all not that.
Like, just you need yourself.
Find somebody that works for you, because it's gonna fizzle out. It's gonna fizzle out real fast. Because the moment where Catherine wants Freddie to pop out, and he's like, "Yo, I want to lay in bed." Mm-hmm. Problem. The moment where Freddie's like, "Yo, babe, come lay up with me." She's like, "Yo, I'm going out with my friends." problem.
Even her going back to when they were like shopping, and she's like, "Oh, I want you to shop with me. I want you to da-da-da." Yeah. And it's just like, why? Why do you? Why? Like, I don't know.
She wants to be seen as the trophy husband and wife. Like, Freddie doesn't care about appearances. Freddie wants a real marriage. He wants to be able to be like, yo, I come home and that's my wife and I love her. Catherine more so wants to be like, I want everyone to see that me and my husband are in love. When she don't care if it's real or fake. Problems or not. She don't care if it's real or fake. She just wants to have that illusion that everything looks glitz and glam. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. She definitely has a lot of insecurities. I feel like her childhood trauma is definitely like gonna catch up to her sooner or later. And I feel like she really just needs to like go heal that. Yeah. Like there's so many things laying dormant that she's just keep sweeping it under the rug. It's gonna boil over eventually, and it's not gonna be pretty. So I hope for her sake she does that before she actually enters into a new relationship. But yeah. For a fact. So yeah, they end off. They're separated. Freddie decides he's just not gonna go along with it. He claims that the sister did not make him make that decision, but I feel like
she played a part in it. She played a part in him saying no at the altar. Yeah. But I do salute Freddie because after everything, of course, she tries to hug her and is like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I still want to work on us. I don't think you're ready yet." Yeah. And she's like, "Don't hug me." And I'm just like, "You're doing a lot." You're like, doing the most.
But she's embarrassed. She's like,
yeah. So I give her that. Yeah. But a shout out to Freddie. He went and spoke to her parents and was like, "Yo, like, hey, like." Me saying no didn't mean I didn't love your daughter. I just feel like we're not in the right point yet, which I agree. And shout out to our parents. Our parents just looking at him like he ain't wrong. Right. They're just like, yo, he ain't wrong. Right. Because I feel like all their friends and all their family knew that they were not right for each other. The only people that thought it could work was Catherine and her dumb yes men of her friends. Because the friends are sitting in the background like, why would he do that? Yeah. Let's be real. They were not gonna work. Anybody with two eyes could see that. I know love is blind, but I'm not blind.
And I just feel like she's physically attracted to him, but nothing else. Like,
yeah, she just like his body.
Oh, yeah, there was no substance behind it, unfortunately. Yep. But yeah, so the episode ends with them basically everybody's celebrating their weddings, and then we have our significant what do you call him? Disc jockey? No, he's not a DJ. Rapper? Yeah. Yeah. So then we have Bobby playing his song at the end. It actually sounded way better on the end than it did in the first clip because when they first played that, I was very confused. Like, what is this?
Well, she played it from her phone, so I guess the audio wasn't gonna sound too good. But they played it at his wedding, and Netflix embedded that song into like the closing parts of this episode. So
it was a vibe.
Yeah, no, his song ain't bad.
Shout out Barbados.
Yeah, he did shout them out. So that was dope.
That was cute.
He rhymed Barbados with like skyscraper. I don't know how he did it. But that was cool.
Yeah. He did his thing. So that is all for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And what else they gotta do?
In the comments below, drop what couples you think are gonna last the test of time and which couples you think are gonna break up. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on X at the Binge Box Pod, and we'll catch you on the next one. Happy binging.
Happy binging.